Welcome to Flying Tortoise Kung Fu. I'm Joey Haber. Today's video is for the nerds. In this video, we're going to take a look at every Bagua Yue and Yue knife adjacent form that I've managed to record or collect during my 13 years visiting China. I'm not going to include a whole lot of commentary in these videos as there's just a ton of material, and I'd like to save all of that kind of deeper stuff for when I get into my Patreon, which will be launching soon, so please keep your eyes open for that. The first three forms in this video were taken at an event honoring the late great third generation Liang Baguazhang master Li Ziming. These first three forms include demonstrations of the Baguazhang rooster knife, the deer antler, and the Bagua wind wheel swords, which were one of Li Ziming's favorites to play with. I hope you all enjoy these clips. Afterwards, we'll get into some of the Yue knife work that I've done with the Cheng family. This next set of videos was taken during my very first trip to Beijing back in April of 2023 and features the late great master Lu Mengang, who was the banner holder of the Cheng Bagua clan. Lu Mengang was a rad dude and an amazing pedagogist in how he instructed. I include in here several of the fundamental shapes that he taught me, as well as a clip of him demonstrating one of his favorite Yue knife forms. The fundamental shapes are often based off of Xingyi stepping and the Xingyi wuxing, or 5 elements. There's also a little bit of work with incorporating some of the more sophisticated body method and coils in the later Jibengong, or fundamentals, that he taught me. You may notice that he is just as often using twigs as knives, and that was just kind of the guy he was. If he could find a tool to help him teach, he would do it. If it was the proper tool, that was great. If he had to construct a spear out of a wrench and a stick, he would just kind of do that too. So yeah, all this is really near and dear to my heart, especially since we lost him just recently in 2024. So it's a pleasure to get to share a few of the clips that I have of him with all of you. Next up in our Bagua montage of stabby pokies, we have my direct Shifu, Niro Hua. Niro Hua took me on as an apprentice, or 2D, in 2015 and graduated me to Shifu in 2025. He is a lovely man and a very open and kind teacher. In this video, he can be seen demonstrating the Sun and Moon knives of Cheng Baguazhang, and he is attaching these forms to the empty hand form Sijin Siyu, the 4 gold, 4 jade form, which is the highest form in his family of Cheng Bagua. My biggest recollection from learning these was just the weight and discomfort of them. They were, I think, 2.5 or 3 pounds each, which gets real heavy on hour 3. And to the best of my gleaning, were rough cut out of 1/4-inch steel without much attention paid to the sanding off of the pointy bits. So I still have several scars on my hands that I attribute to my time with these.
Oh, 谢谢. Ready.
Next up is Shifu Guanxin, who is my Shidai, or uncle, in the Cheng Bagua family. Guan Shifu is one of the top descendants of Wang Kai, and widely seen in Beijing as the foremost expert and authority on the Wang branch of Baguazhang, which is a Cheng subsidiary. Wang Kai and Liu Xinghan were 2 of the most famous masters of the 4th generation. Guanxin had the opportunity to train from both of them, but was pledged to the Wang branch, and so carries on that flavor in everything that he teaches. Guan is one of my favorite people to learn from in my over 30 years of training. He gives the best hugs.
5.
Let's just leave it at that. I mean, aside from being still a martial artist, the man can deliver a truly epic hug and is just thoroughly invested in the art he loves and the people who he enjoys training with. In this video, we can see Guan Shifu teaching myself as well as a couple of students of mine during our 2024 trip to Beijing. Guan is so involved in my school, Flying Tortoise, that he's actually taken on one of my students as an apprentice, personally, and is looking to bring in 3 more when I have my next lineage ceremony later in 2026. So, consummate ally of my school and a very, very dear friend, as well as a phenomenally skilled Kung Fu dude. So yeah, the raddest of all the worlds. Scoop, slice. Yun Shuo. And lastly today, we have me presenting the Zǐwǔ Yīnyáng Yuè, which is a double-handed form taught to me by my Liang Shifu, Zhang Xuean. Zhang Shifu has a different philosophy about weapons. His feeling is generally that any two-handed form can be used by any two-handed weapon. And so, even though I'm not using knives here, I'm using his fist stuffers. It's still the same basic shapes with some very simple adjustments made to allow for the different contours and focal points of each weapon. Since the beginning of my time with him, he's made it clear that if you can, pick up 2 sticks, then those are your double-handed weapons. If you have Yue Dao, it's those. If you have deer antlers, that's it. These are his personal weapons, which he was kind enough to let me train with and later gave to me. They are among the most treasured things I have ever brought back from Beijing. When I was demonstrating this form, it was on my very last day of my most recent trip, and I was beat to shit. It was also the first day that I completed my study of this form, so aspects are a little rough. It is certainly more polished now, but I thought you all might like to see a clip of me doing it in Beijing in front of my teacher, because there's just something kind of nifty about that. So yeah, that concludes our video montage for the day. I hope you enjoyed all of these. If you have any questions or comments, please put that in the comment section. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because I'll be opening up a Patreon in the coming weeks with deeper instruction and insight into all of these, plus other of the more than 2 terabytes of video assets that I've recorded in China over the last 13 years. Take care, everyone. Bye.